for a moment. Feel the length in your neck, the back of your neck, the front of your throat. Feel the length in your entire spine, tailbone to crown. From that length, we're taking a side bend just ear to shoulder, right ear towards the right shoulder. You can even do a little bit of nodding with the head. Let the jaw go. And if you'd like a little more sensation in this, you can take the arm up and over and give a little tug to the head. You can extend through the left hand. You could flex through the left hand. You'll see what you need. Just to find some sense of release and sensation in the left side of the neck, upper shoulder. Breathing here. And then release. Allow the head to float up through center. Reestablish that length in the spine and then to the other side, left ear towards left shoulder. And again, you could nod a little. Just feeling some movement, some ease for the jaw. And if you'd like, you can take that left arm up and over, extend through those right fingertips or flex. And just feel the beauty of this simple action. And let your mind dive into the anchor of sensation. And then release. And then we're going to fold forward, take the knees wide, maybe come to forearms on the thighs, or if you'd like, hands to the floor or to blocks. Extend the spine long, tail to crown. Show from the side so you can see what I'm getting at here. So instead of rounding the spine, we're looking to lengthen the spine. See that difference? Just show it once more. Rounding forward versus lengthening, tail to crown. So really find that length, that width across the chest, that width across the back band of the ribs. Head, neck in one line with the rest of the spine. And then from here, if you want to hang over and fold completely, you can. You might cross opposite forearms, hold the opposite elbows, and let the weight of the forearms hang. If you have any bulging or herniated discs, you don't want to really do this and just hang out in space. You'll want to just work with the length, right? But so wherever you can come to wherever you like that feels comfortable and good for you. And then when you're ready, you can roll it on back up to seated. Allow the eyes to close. Take a hand to the belly and a hand to the chest. Just feel the breath coming and going. Moving into your hands and the breath receding from your hands. Belly and chest moving toward your palms on the inhale. Chest and belly receding away from your palms on the exhale. See if you can get a sense of your whole body, holding your whole body in awareness as a vessel for divine play or energy or movement, whatever word speaks to you. A space that is dynamic, not static. And as you're ready, you can release your hands, or you can keep them there and continue just a listening meditation with the hands to the breath as I share some words. However you would like to be, but put most of your attention in your own body and breath space and just some of your attention onto my words as I frame our practice for today. So as I said, today is the 48th day of the Omer. We're almost at the end. We're in the 7th week of the Omer. And we're exploring the Sfira, or the Midah of Malchut, of divinity, of nobility, of indwelling presence. Malchut or Shechina, referred to as both, right? Body as a tabernacle, as a Mishkan. Shechina, Shin, Chaf, Nun, our root there. So Malchut or Shechina, this final Sfira, is the manifestation of the work of all the other Sfirot. Yeah? So if the practice that we've been doing all along the way, looking at various qualities, is a blueprint for change, for transformation in ourselves, then Malchut or Shechina is actualizing that change and a full manifestation of expression, which is the journey, of course, that we've been on since Pesach, all the way to Shavuot. This journey of 7 weeks to change ourselves from an enslaved people, an enslaved mind, through liberation to revelation, so that the Torah that we can prepare to receive this Shavuot will be a new Torah, a spacious Torah, because we are new and spacious in different ways. I'll share some words from Rabbi Sam Feinsmith. Malchut is understood in Kabbalah as the reservoir that receives and holds the influx of pure divinity that's been cascading downriver from one sphira to the next as it takes on shape, form, color, and texture. In the Kabbalistic imagination, this energetic outflow emerges out of the divine source, Ein Sof, literally endlessness. So that's Keter, that's crown, that's the top of the Sfirot, and moves down and unfolds in stages, moving successively from pure divinity in its most uniform, subtle, formless, and limitless state. And that's the first triad, Keter, Chokhmah and Bina, intelligence, wisdom, right? Crown, knowledge, wisdom, and unfolds in stages, and then into increasingly multiform, coarse, form-bound, and delimited manifestations. The end result of this process is divinity incarnate as the physical world we know and inhabit. This is Malchut as we come down. So to review from all the way down the Sfirot, we have the upper triad, which we don't count through the Omer, right? Keter, Chokhmah, Bina, right? And then the 7 that we work with of the lower Sfirot during the Omer, Chesed, loving kindness, balanced with Gvura, strength, boundaries, limitations, right? And that thesis, antithesis, finds its synthesis in Tiferet, in beauty, harmony, radiance, balance, okay? Then the next triad, Netzach, endurance, eternity, balanced with Hod, gratitude, acceptance, humility, synthesizing into Yesod, which we reviewed last week, foundation, connection, community, and then pouring down into Malchut or Shechina. And so today is Yesod, Shebemalchut or Shechina, connection, foundation within divinity. And that's what we're going to look for in our practice. Contacting the foundation of our own nobility, our own sense of manifestation, seeing ourselves as a manifestation of divinity, divine play, living in this body as a holy channel, right? Great. So let's stand. So there's not really a lot of doing in today's practice. It's more a practice of receiving, of being, of feeling the sensation throughout the body, which is really the foundation of what yoga practice is. So you're going to face your chair. You might want to put some prop depending on how tall your prop is here. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Turn the feet in slightly so that you get a little more opening for the lower back across the sacrum. That's a nice little hack. So legs as wide as the mat, toes pointed in slightly. We're going to fold forward from the hip crease and lay the head down on whatever we have here, chair, desk, etc. Long spine, draw the thighs back, micro bend in the knees, right? We never want to lock out the knees. Lift the kneecaps, lift the quads, lift the thigh muscles. Pubic bone moving back, tailbone moving back. Starts to find length and maybe some hollowness through the abdomen. And be here and breathe. Some sensation perhaps building in the calves, in the hamstrings. And see that the weight is even on the foot. You're not hanging back into your heels. And then when you're ready, come on up. We're going to take also with the legs wide a downward dog variation. So we're going to step back a little bit, arms to the seat of the chair, or you could also do, for a little bit less fold, arms to the top of the chair, right? So either way, arms to the top of the chair or to the seat of the chair, long spine, legs wide. Move the biceps up toward the ceiling. Spin the eyes of the elbows up toward the ceiling. And at the same time, root the thumb and the second finger. Long spine. And then come on up. Find mountain pose and just pause here. Receive. Notice any sensation through the body. Any sense of motion, vibration, or tingling. Any sense of movement or heat. Just feel this body as a living, changing organism. We're going to do the same two movements now with the feet just parallel, so not quite as wide as before. The ankles are directly under the hips. We're going to fold forward. Once again, that first fold. You can hold opposite elbows and allow the forehead to rest on the forearms as a pillow, whatever is working for you. As a way to place the arms. Main thing, draw the thighs back, lift the kneecaps and thighs, and really feel the tilt of the pelvis over the tops of the thighs, right? And so part of finding that tilt of the pelvis is drawing the pubic bone back behind you, in the direction behind you, and the tailbone also lengthening back behind you. And then come on up, and we'll take that downward dog variation also with parallel feet. Long legs, long arms. Extend. If there's any limitation in the shoulders, or for any reason this is not good for you with the extended arms, then you can just take that first fold again without the extended arms. If it's a little too much on the legs, you can bend the knees in any amount. And then as you're ready, come on up. You can move the chair away or feel free to take these next seated poses in the chair, or standing poses, I mean. You can take them in the chair if you'd like. Going to move to warrior two. So taking the legs wide, turning the left toes in and the right toes out. The hands can be at your hips, or the hands can be extended at shoulder height with the palms facing down. Inhale here, and exhale, bend through that right knee. You could bend just a little bit, or you could bend to 90 degrees. See what works for you, right? So you can also shorten the stance. It's a little better for your balance, but you don't want your knee to come past your ankle. So taking warrior two, maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Be here and breathe, extend through the fingertips. And again, feeling this body as a whole, as an extension of divinity. Come on up. Switch sides. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the left knee, come on into the pose. Stay here for a few breaths. You can make any minor alignment adjustments as you go. Just feeling this pose as a work in progress. As a work in progress. And feeling the play of energy through the whole system. And then as you're ready, inhale, come on up. We'll turn the feet again. This time we're going to move into side angle. So you can stay with warrior two, or you can add on into side angle. Inhale, exhale, bend through the right knee. Good, and then we'll take the right forearm to the right thigh and just find this length from the back leg all the way to the crown of the head. You can use that forearm, pressing it against the thigh to help spin the right ribs under you a little bit. Maybe the hand stays to the hip, left hand. Maybe it comes overhead. Any expression of this pose that you are in is a complete expression of this pose. So wherever you are today is really welcome, is really good. Maybe the gaze is forward, or maybe the gaze is up toward the ceiling, right? So we're working towards a spinning of the spine from tailbone all the way to crown in this pose. As you're ready, you can complete and come on up. Turn the feet once again. Right toes in, left toes out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, come into warrior two. Just find the grounding of that pose. And then it's forearm to thigh. Right, or to a chair. You can take the hand to the chair behind you. Maybe the top arm comes up. See what's needed here. Use that forearm to the thigh to help spin the left ribs under you to the extent possible. No jamming, right? All with length first. So in the same way as when we practice in the chair, a twist, we lengthen the spine first and then twist. Same thing in any of these poses. Mechanism is the same. As you're ready, come on up. Heel toe or hop the feet together or toward each other. Find mountain pose. Even standing. Just feel this body as a whole. Integrated. Maybe you don't feel integrated in this moment, right? There's no need to push on that, but we can have the aspiration for integration. It's not something that we're totally feeling and sensing. Good. Next thing we're going to do is take a wide-legged forward bend. So you can place the chair in front of you or blocks if you'd like, or hands might come to the floor. You'll see what's needed for you. The legs are wide. The outer edges of the feet are in line with the outer edges of the mat. Maybe the toes are slightly turned in. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift up, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Lift the gaze up, the sternum up, the heart up. And then exhale, fold forward. Lengthen through the spine. Hands coming to the chair or to blocks or to the floor. Right, same thing we did as with the chair, just the legs a little bit wider. So we're continuing to lift up on the kneecaps, the thighs. We're drawing the thigh bones back, pubic bone and tailbone back. Find that length in two directions. And then as you're ready, if you wish, you can fold forward. Fingertips in line with the toes, elbows drawing toward each other, crown of the head coming towards the floor or to the floor, to a block. Inhale, lengthen the spine back to 90 degrees. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, press into the feet, lift up, gaze up. And exhale, come back to center. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna come to seated. And bring our chair back. Couple of easy forward bends. And if you've got that blanket, this is the time to take it to sit up on. In a comfortable seat. You want to raise the hips so that we can have some nice length and opening for the low back. Good. Cross the legs. Doesn't matter which shin is in front. Then we're going to find length and fold forward and just allow the forehead to rest for a moment. If you want to be more active, you can lengthen the arms. Hold the top of the chair, or you can fold over a little deeper. When we're in this position and the forehead can rest against something, we can move the skin of the forehead down toward the brows. We invite rest, not just for the body, for the mind. For the nervous system. Really important to take these pauses throughout the day as we're able. One of our kavanot today expressed a wish to have the ability to deal with this rocking world out there, very tumultuous, tempestuous, right? So when we take the time to really rest the nervous system, we emerge with a lot of strength to be able to hold what is present. Really important that we do that. Come on up as you like. Just switch the cross of the shins so that the other shin is in front. Lengthen the spine and come forward once again. When you're ready, come on up. Bend the right knee, take the foot in toward the body, whatever amount you'd like. Extend your left leg long and flex through the foot. And sit up tall, holding on to the right shin, lifting up tall. Right? Or you might take your hands to the chair and lift up, whatever works best for you. We want to find some nice length through the low back. Hold on to the right shin or the right knee with the left hand. Take your right arm and extend it forward, palm facing down, lifting up. Inhale tall. And as you exhale, follow the palm across the horizon as you take it out to the right, spinning the torso, taking the gaze with you, head and neck, taking a twist, placing that right hand down behind you, lifting up as you twist. And then you can rearrange that left hand however you need. Maybe you're cradling the knee, or maybe you're coming to elbow to the outside. So see what you need there. The main thing is inhale and lift, exhale and spin. Inhale and lift, exhale and spin. Feel each vertebra lifting and spinning. What a miracle. Really take it into your mind's eye. And then as you're ready, you can release and take a brief counter twist to the left, just opening up that twist. Coming back to center and switching sides. Bend the left knee, take the left shin in, lift up. Grounding the sitting bones, lifting the crown, and then holding on to that left shin or knee with the right hand. You're going to extend the left arm forward, palm facing down, fingers extending. Inhale here, lift the spine, and exhale, follow those left fingertips out along the horizon to the left, spinning to the left, taking the hand down behind you. And once again, orienting yourself in a twist that's tall on the inhale, and on the exhale, spinning the ribs. So you can kind of work this up from the bottom, from the tailbone up. Lifting, spinning, lifting, spinning, lifting, spinning, till you get all the way up the spine. And finally, with the cervical vertebrae, the neck, lifting, spinning, lifting, spinning. As you're ready, release, come back to center, and then open that twist for a counter twist. To the right. Should feel good. So release that. And then coming forward, extending both legs long. You can bend the knees slightly if you like, or take something under the knees. If it's too much on the hamstrings, to straighten them and still keep length in that low back. So you can take the hands either to the chair or the palms just loosely planted by the sides of the hips. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Press the palms down just lightly. Lift the crown up. Widen the collarbones. Engage the core. Engage your center. Deceptively difficult pose. If you find you're grabbing in the hip flexors in the front of the thigh, just release it for a moment and then re-extend. Be here and breathe. Foundation within nobility. Yesod, we have the foundation of our back thighs, the sitting bones. We kind of reviewed and explored this last week quite a lot, right? Shebemalchut, shebeshchina, within a sense of nobility, of full expression. And from here, if you'd like, we're going to move to a forward bend. So it's just like the twist. Inhale, lengthen, vertebra to vertebra, and exhale, fold. So before it was inhale, lift, exhale, twist, inhale, lift, exhale, twist, and now we apply it to the forward bend. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, exhale, fold, and so forth. And you can just go slowly and in your own time and do as little or as much forward bending as you'd like. So I'm modeling in this way with the chair to really show us, to show all of you that it's not about grabbing my toes. I can grab my toes. It's not about getting my forehead to my shins. That's not really my aim in the pose. My aim is a lengthening out from the hips through the legs, particularly it's the back of the legs, and a lengthening of the spine. And when I find the integrity of this, it really doesn't matter how far I come. That's not my aim. It's not my goal. My goal is the health of the spine and the intervertebral discs and the nerves that are moving throughout my system, throughout my body. Right? Because that health is longevity. That health is the divine play. And when you're ready, you can come on up. Move the chair aside for the moment. You may want to have the blanket as a cushion for your head in some way, perhaps for the back of your head. Keep the chair nearby because we're going to bring it back for Shavasana. I'll just take it out of our visual frame there for a moment. And come to lie down on your back in this position we know as constructive rest. The knees are bent, the soles of the feet to the floor. The elbows out to the sides, elbows bent, palms to the low belly or to the low ribs. And just pause here. We spend a lot of time being aware of the front body, the front line of the body. It's what we see in the mirror, it's what we're putting forth into the world. But we forget about the back body, unless it hurts us really, right? Unless we're in pain and have extra sensation, we tend to forget about the neck and the shoulders, and the back of the rib cage and the back of the hips, etc. So in this position, the floor is serving as a prop, is giving us the touch. So that we can feel and know our own back body. So see if you can surrender into the floor, a little bit of your weight, your effort. See if you can find some ease through the jaw, base of the skull, the neck, backs of the shoulders. Ease in the rib cage and the diaphragm. Ease in the back of the pelvis, the low back. And take your right knee, give it a hug into the chest, a little or a lot, whatever you'd like. The left knee can stay bent, or you can extend the left leg long along the floor and flex through the foot. And then extend that right foot up toward the ceiling. Clasp hands around the back of your right thigh. Let the thigh really just drop into the hands. Point and flex through that right foot. We've really worked through the whole back line of the leg. So now just extend that into the foot all the way to the toes. Really open the whole sole of the foot, the whole front of the foot, the ankle. And then take circles with the foot, opening the ankle. And then switch direction. Scrunch the toes and spread the toes. Scrunch the toes, spread the toes. And then release. And we'll take the other side, hugging in that left knee. You can hold behind the knee, or you can hold at the shin. Right knee can stay bent, or right leg can extend long along the floor. Just make this as dynamic or as gentle as you'd like. And then extend the left foot toward the ceiling. Take the clasped hands and just move the fingers over one notch in the webbing, so you're working against your habitual clasp here. Let the thigh drop into the clasp of the hands and point and flex through that left foot. So it might feel strange in the hands. It's always really nice in all that we do to work a little bit against the habit. And take circles with the foot. Right? Sit in a different chair at the table. Walk on the other side of the street. Take the foot in the other direction. So you're not always grooving in a habit. And then scrunch the toes and spread. Scrunch and spread. And then release. Now we're going to move into stillness. If you have any last movements that you'd like to take before we do that, you can go ahead. They might look like poses, or they might just be stretches. Just feeling the sense of flow of Malchut, of Shekhinah, through the nervous system, through the body. This flow of divinity, flow of nobility. Sense that everything we have worked on these months, these weeks, can find its way to integration. And then whenever you're ready, grab that chair back. We'll take this really exquisite Shavasana with the lower legs onto the chair, all the way up to the back of the knee if you're able. A little bit of an angling for the thigh bone. And then if it's comfortable for you, we'll take the hands out to the sides, about 6 to 8 inches from the body. Palms facing up. Shoulder blade wings tucked under you. And find rest. Just let the body be. Let everything that you've practiced, all the wisdom the body has just acquired, let the nervous system integrate it. take your place. You have been formed for just this moment. A vessel for holiness, a channel for blessing. Through you, divinity can come into the world and shine. Allow yourself to come back toward the surface, deepening the breath, wiggling the fingers and the toes, taking a yawn, stretch, sigh with the body, hugging the knees in toward the chest, and making your way over to one side, using your upper arm as a pillow for your head, pausing in fetal position. And then as you're ready, coming up to a comfortable seat. Ending as we began, it's feeling a sense of this whole body as a channel, as a vessel. And we close our practice, as we've been doing every week, with a prayer for the hostages. With gratitude and joy at the return of 4 hostages alive over Shabbat, and with sorrow and grief over the fallen soldier, brave soldier who was killed during the rescue mission. Our thoughts with 120 hostages still in Gaza. So we'll pull up Achenu cultivate Israel on the screen, and I invite you either to join me or just to listen as we extend a wish for the benefit, well-being, and return, safety, safe return of the hostages, the Chatufim. This is from our daily liturgy, or from our weekday Torah reading liturgy. So today being Monday, it's part of today's liturgy. Achenu kol beit Yisrael, Achyoteinu kol beit Yisrael, Hanetunim betzara, betzara uvashivya, Haomdim ben bayam, uven bayabasha. Hamakom yerachem, yerachem aleim, veyotzim mitzara, liravacha, umafel aleora, ומשיבוד לגאולה, השתה בגלה, ובזמן קריב. Taking 1 or 2 more breaths, cleansing breaths, to close, to seal your practice, to put a khatima on our practice. And as you're ready, you can allow the eyes to open. Thank you all for practicing today. Chag Sameach. Enjoy your Shavuot.